Our next guests are joining us pretty much from the departure lounge. They're about to jump on board to Africa for the next season of I'm a Celeb, Get Me Out of Here. Please welcome our fearless jungle leaders, Julia Morris and Dr. Chris Brown.
Welcome. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Julia. Thanks for joining us.
Well, good morning.
Now, while that intro was playing, there was a quick scramble. There was a swapping of the microphones. Why is that, Julia?
We are not right in the head.
When we present, we just started maybe 9 years ago. And I am to Chris's left and he's to my right.
And you can't do it otherwise?
We can't even
talk. We can't even talk unless we're on that side.
It just feels a bit weird.
We can do it, but it's never as for some reason it's never as good.
I get you.
Right.
I get even with Ben and I and now Belle as well. Like it's like when you're getting photos, you're always Ben, Lee and Belle. Like, so you got to stand in the right.
Yeah. I think. Well, I just assumed that it was just a lovely way of doing things until I found out that Chris is deaf in his left ear. So that's why he leaves me on the left-hand side.
It's industrial deafness. It came on about season 2 or 3 of the show.
I see. Are you
never
still in a lawsuit with
We're talking about it. But
Trying to get a payout.
I've never seen the left side of Julia's face.
It's lovely.
Tell me what it's like.
I can tell you. We were seeing a lot of your arms this morning, Julia, because just before we came on, you were revealing some of your ink.
Yes.
Do you have an animal with a monocle? I heard you talking to Belle about it just before we came on.
All the animals on my arm have a monocle.
Yeah, right.
Why the monocle? So you said your kid did the drawings.
Yeah.
Is that
So
right?
my daughter said, "Mum, if I draw you some drawings, will you have them tattooed?" I'm like, give me a harder challenge. Anyway, she drew me these 3 lovely people, and one. Well, we can't see because we're on the wireless. But one of them is a froggy, and he has a pipe. They've all got top hats, and they've all got monocles. And one's a snail, and one's a little wormy. And then every Christmas, she will draw me a picture where all of those 3 are in a slightly different scenario.
That's
so the framed picture that I got for Christmas this year, they're all having high tea.
Oh, I love it. Smoking their
I
pipes.
thought you were going to say every Christmas she gives you a new edition. So in 10 years you'll have a sleeve.
No, that's the other ones. They're just all my children's drawings.
I'm glad they draw them and then an artist puts them on as well. It's like you're giving your kids tattoo guns. Go ham on Mum. Merry Christmas.
Well,
Go your
it
hardest.
could be a matter of time for my Sophie. So she's been in with me when I've had it, and she's very keen on the fine line work, and she's a really good artist. So it could easily be in her future.
You never know. Well, look, I'm a Celeb, Get Me Out of Here. It starts 7:30 Sunday, April 2nd. It's back. There's a lot. It's like we're in that rumour stage where everyone's like, oh, who's going to be on it? Who's going to be on it? Do people like hound you on the street when they're trying to get the names out? Because you give the clues. You're sort of cheeky.
Yeah, and then we lie each year and say that we don't know. And that just shuts down the conversation.
We do know, but most of the time we forget anyway.
That's
So it's
absolutely
kind of a
fair.
perfect guessing game, and then people say, "Oh, could it be this person?" We'll be like,
Yeah, it could.
yeah, probably."
Yeah, I
and,
suppose
and it
so.
actually is, and then we get in trouble from the network, and so it's a
Busted open the biggest secret going.
beautiful vibe going on. But we can confirm this morning, this is big news, that Chris Hemsworth will not be going on.
Damn.
Had me going there.
We had him for a while, and there's just scheduling conflicts.
Yes.
But
One
a
of those
lot of
things.
people do think it's either Hugh Jackman or Chris Hemsworth, and it's like,
It's amazing.
Look, I hate to ruin the illusion, but they do have other stuff going on.
They're pretty
Chris
busy.
doesn't, because he's decided to have a little bit of time off, which I thought would be
That's true.
perfection for the jungle. I'm like, here we go.
Have
He's
we
back in
ruled
the
out
frame.
though? Like we're not ruling out every Hemsworth though, are we?
Well,
Like,
I think
what's
Chris,
Liam
very
doing?
unlikely. Liam, very unlikely.
Luke?
Luke?
Yeah, Luke's
Maybe.
where it's at.
We've had Luke on a few times.
Do you
You
know
can
what?
get Luke.
Yeah, well, also Liam can buy himself flowers.
This is true. It's
He
topical right
can-
now.
No judgment. Come on, guys. That's
Are you taking sides, Julia? Don't
No.
take sides.
That's not taking sides.
Come on.
Marley is my homeboy, babe.
Well, look, since we're talking celebrities this morning, Dr. Chris Brown, Julia Morris, like we're throwing names around. I think for this season, Selena Gomez would be a good one. She clocked up 400 million. You said 4 million. 400 million.
400
4
million.
million, actually not that much for Instagram.
It is in
400
Australia.
million. Yeah, well, this is true.
Yeah.
But she's the most followed woman on Earth now. And we
She's
thought,
inspiring.
perfect opportunity to play this game. Pretty easy. You guys working together. Just who's got the most followers, right?
Chris, you know your celebs back to front.
You should. Sure. I mean, you've met so many of them. They've been on the jungle and whatnot.
There
First
we go.
one, Nigella, Carrie Bickmore. Who has more followers?
Nigella.
Yeah, Nigella.
Very well done. 2 million. Carrie's 700. So which one's going to be on the show?
Yeah.
Okay. What about this? Cocaine Cassie and Chappelle Corby.
Chappelle.
Cocaine Cassie.
Oh, but you are working together.
Got to lock one
you
in.
have to lock one in, guys. Team chat.
Right. Well, you may have said correct when she said Chappelle.
Well, that is true.
You might go on the Chappelle.
You're
road.
obviously not deaf in the right ear, Chris. You did hear that very well. Okay. Dr. Chris Brown versus disgraced singer Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
I get a lot of his traffic. And it's pretty spicy stuff. I get some DMs that are meant for him. And let me tell
Are
you.
you sure they're meant for him, though?
Oh yeah.
I think people slip into your DMs.
Yeah, well, I'm not referred to as breezy, but I've been pushing it for years. I'd love to become that guy,
Yeah.
but
You
I
can
get a few, yo, breezy, check this out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, okay, like you should really look at your screen when you're typing in the name Chris Brown to see which one. 'Cause there's not a lot of similarity there. If you may have noticed.
No, it's
I
not.
feel like it's a common name anyway. You could be sending a lovely dad some photos.
So we're locking in Breezy.
But in a weird world, I hope he gets a lot of pet questions.
Yes, true.
Why?
What's going
What
on
have I
here?
done?
What's happened?
Yeah, we're going to
He
lock in
wishes he was
breezy.
you,
Yeah,
babes.
breezy
Correct.
it is. Okay, here we go. You're doing well so far, guys. 3 for 3. Julia Morris versus disgraced AFL reporter Tom Morris.
Oh, probably Tom because he's a male in the Australian showbiz world. And I'm a
yourself in.
55-year-old
Back
woman
yourself
that
in.
people don't care
Julia
about.
Morris. It's Julia Morris.
Correct.
It's Julia Morris.
baby
Oh, you've
boy.
smoked
Mop the
it
floor with
by
him.
about 290,000. Last one, Ben Lehman Bell or the show you were on this morning, Fifi, Fev and Nick.
Who has more Insta followers?
Oh, I think it's Belle.
Oh, well, is it at the show?
The show
That's right. Sorry.
Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if
all three
you
of
think
us.
it's me, that's great.
Yeah, it's you.
But no, absolutely not me.
Can we?
What are you locking in?
If you want to lock in Fifi, Fev and Nick, that's
we
fine.
got to support the home
But-
team here.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been
Get on
around
board.
longer, but
Is it a combined of all three of your
it's
Instagram?
like the show's account.
The show Instagram, Ben Lehman Bell
But with a-
versus...
Do you
But
know
with a
what?
bullet.
Only for a footy edge, I would say Fief.
And you'd be wrong. Got them covered, guys. 27,000 more.
Oh, I thought the footy edge. I thought Carlton football
Nah.
supporters would have come into play.
No,
Oh my
unfortunately
God, we
not.
got the young demo, guys.
The hottest ticket.
Yeah.
That's the hottest ticket in town.
But unfortunately,
Have you got the Glenelg crowd?
Yeah.
still 135 million off Breezy, unfortunately. But we're all working.
Make sure you check out I'm a Celebrity. Get Me Out of Here. It starts 7:30 p.m. Sunday, April 2nd on 10 and 10 Play. Chris, Julia, thank you so much for joining us this
Love you
morning.
guys.
guys.
Thanks for having us in.